Somewhere beneath the sands of Egypt, a tomb is hiding, a tomb so important that every archaeologist on Earth wants to find it, a tomb that may contain answers to some of the biggest mysteries in human history. It is the tomb of Queen Nefertiti, one of the most powerful and most beautiful women who ever lived. She ruled one of the greatest empires on Earth. She changed Egyptian religion forever, and then she simply vanished from history. No tomb, no mummy, no grave. 3,300 years later, nobody knows where she is. Today on Forgotten Empires, we are going deep into Egypt's greatest unsolved mystery, and what we find will leave you speechless. To understand the mystery of Nefertiti's tomb, you first need to understand who she was. Because Nefertiti was not just a queen, she was one of the most powerful human beings in the ancient world. Her name in ancient Egyptian means, "the beautiful one has come." And the famous bust of her face discovered in 1912, now sitting in a Berlin museum, is considered one of the most beautiful sculptures ever created in human history. But Nefertiti's power went far beyond her appearance. She was the great royal wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten, the most controversial pharaoh in Egyptian history. Together, Nefertiti and Akhenaten did something no ruler had ever dared to do before. They threw away thousands of years of Egyptian religion. Egypt had always worshipped many gods: Ra, Osiris, Isis, Horus, hundreds of deities that had been worshipped for thousands of years. Nefertiti and Akhenaten abolished all of them. They declared that there was only one god, Aten, the sun disk. This was the world's first recorded attempt at monotheism, the belief in one single god, thousands of years before it became the foundation of Christianity and Islam. Nefertiti was not just a queen. She may have been one of the most religiously influential people in all of human history. And then, she disappeared. Around 1336 BC, something very strange happened in ancient Egypt. Nefertiti, one of the most depicted and celebrated women in all of Egyptian art, simply stops appearing in records. No death announcement, no funeral records, no tomb inscription. She was everywhere, on temple walls, in royal paintings, in official records. And then one day, she was just gone. Historians have been arguing about what happened to her for over a century. Some believe she died of a plague that swept through Egypt at that time. Others believe she was erased from history on purpose, because after her husband Akhenaten died, the old priests came back to power and destroyed everything connected to the one-god religion she and her husband had created. But the most extraordinary theory, and the one that has the most evidence behind it, is that Nefertiti did not disappear at all. Some historians believe that after her husband died, Nefertiti disguised herself as a man, took a new name, and ruled Egypt alone as a male pharaoh. They believe she became the mysterious pharaoh known as Neferuaten, a ruler whose identity has never been fully confirmed. If this theory is correct, then Nefertiti secretly ruled the most powerful empire on Earth while hiding her true identity from the entire world. The truth is, nobody knows for certain, and that is exactly what makes her disappearance one of the greatest mysteries in human history. For decades, archaeologists have searched Egypt for the tomb of Nefertiti, and in 2015, they thought they finally found it. British Egyptologist Nicholas Reeves was studying high-resolution scans of the tomb of Tutankhamun, the famous boy king, when he noticed something extraordinary. Behind the painted walls of Tutankhamun's tomb, he detected what appeared to be two hidden doorways, two sealed chambers that nobody had entered in over 3,000 years. Reeves made a bold announcement to the world. He believed that behind those walls, in a hidden chamber connected to Tutankhamun's tomb, lay the undiscovered burial place of Queen Nefertiti. The world went crazy. The Egyptian government authorized radar scans of the tomb walls. The first round of scans in 2016 seemed to confirm hidden chambers behind the walls. Then a second team of scientists ran their own scans and got different results. Then a third team, then a fourth. Each team came back with different conclusions. As of today, after years of scanning, debating, and arguing, Egyptologists still cannot agree on whether those hidden chambers exist or not. The tomb of Nefertiti remains undiscovered. She is still out there, somewhere beneath the Egyptian sand, waiting. Now you might be asking, why does finding one tomb matter so much? Here is why archaeologists are so desperate to find Nefertiti. When the tomb of Tutankhamun was discovered in 1922, it contained over 5,000 artifacts: gold, jewels, furniture, chariots, statues, and treasures beyond imagination. And Tutankhamun was just a minor king who died as a teenager after ruling for only 9 years. Nefertiti was one of the most powerful rulers in Egyptian history, a queen who co-ruled the entire empire for decades. If her tomb is found intact, the treasures inside would make Tutankhamun's tomb look small, but more importantly, her tomb would contain answers. Answers about what really happened to her. Answers about the mysterious one-god religion she created. Answers about whether she secretly ruled as a male pharaoh. Answers about a period in Egyptian history that is still deeply misunderstood. Finding the tomb of Nefertiti would not just be the greatest archaeological discovery of our generation, it would rewrite everything we think we know about ancient Egypt. She is the greatest treasure Egypt is still hiding from the world. The famous bust of Nefertiti sits today in a museum in Berlin, Germany. Her painted eyes stare out at the world with a calm and quiet confidence, as if she knows exactly where she is buried and is simply waiting for someone smart enough to find her. 3,300 years of searching, generations of archaeologists, the most advanced scanning technology ever invented, and she is still hiding. Nefertiti came into history like a storm, beautiful, powerful, and world-changing, and she left history the same way, on her own terms, quietly, mysteriously, without leaving a trace. Somewhere beneath the Egyptian sand, the most powerful queen who ever lived is still waiting to be found. And when she is found, the world will never be the same. Forgotten Empires will be here when that day comes. If this mystery gave you chills, share this video with someone who loves ancient history. Subscribe to Forgotten Empires and turn on your notifications. Next week we are uncovering the story of the most terrifying curse in ancient Egyptian history, and the real people who died because of it. That video is going to be unforgettable. See you there.